In Psalm 1, we are being asked a basic question. Do you want the very best for your life and to be blessed by God? I think it's pretty safe to say that all of us would answer with a resounding yes. Well, it just so happens that this psalm also gives us a blueprint to do just that. Hello, this is Lisa Moore from the Christian Kitchen Table with this week's Sip of the Word. To live our best lives, lives of abundance, the psalmist gives us a list of do's and don'ts. Don't seek ungodly advice. Don't live our lives like those who are not followers of Jesus, and don't mock God with our attitudes. The do's? These include delight in the law of God and think about it at all times. But how can we do this if we don't know what God's law is? That's why it's so very important that we're reading our Bibles, because God's law never changes and neither does He. It's His will for us to delight in the law and to meditate on it constantly. We know that Jesus fulfilled the law, and we may think that since it doesn't apply to us, why bother reading it? But in reading it, we can glean what God wants us to learn about Him through it, and with that comes a great blessing. We are promised that when we read through the Bible, we become strong like a tree with deep roots who can withstand anything thrown our way. And although we may face trials, our obedience will result in victory and prosperity in all that we do. So in summary, to live our best lives, we are to know God's law, delight in God's law, meditate on God's law, and obey God's law. And if we walk in the way of the righteous, God promises to watch over us. And for those who don't, Psalm 1 warns us that the way of the wicked will cease to exist. This is Lisa Moore from the Christian Kitchen Table saying, "The grass may wither and the flower may fade, but the word of our God will stand forever."